doing? Hope you're having a good Friday night.
It's time for a progress report.
It's been a while since I did a progress report video, so I'm gonna do one right now. Hopefully you guys are dancing your buttocks up in the club or in your living room because you are the club, or just dancing around in your life with your good energies, vibing with this new moon in Gemini. Okay, let's get right to it here. Alrighty then. Okay, so I think it's been about 6 months or 8, something like that, since I did a progress report. And the last time I was on a detox, and I had lost some weight, and I had lost my booty a little bit, and I had experimented with going vegan for a few months, and I had just gotten off of doing the fire core dance challenge, which was 5-6 songs a day, firing your core firing moves. I did make some videos during that time, and I will be posting them soon. I am a little bit behind on my editing. It seems that I filmed so many videos, and I just I'm having a little learning curve with my editing, and there was some stuff that had delays for other reasons, but those core fire challenge videos will be up on the YouTube channel very soon, and I will share them on the Facebook page as well. I'm going to be sharing all my Dance Daily stuff on Angelina Sarantis and the Angelina Sarantis page and the Dance Daily page as well, just so that I can share with each platform, because some friends are on some and some are on others. Not everybody's on both. I don't know why, but by the way, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, what in the heck are you waiting for? Hold on a second.
Excuse me, but why have you not subscribed to my YouTube channel yet? What are you waiting for? It's free, and it's fun, and you know what? If you love your girl, you're gonna support your girl, so get to it.
Just a little subtle reminder there. It's Dance Daily, the number 4 life, and just go and subscribe. Just take like 2 little seconds out of your life today, right now, and just go subscribe. Click the little red button. Just click it. It's so easy. Just click the little red button and just subscribe. I have so many friends and family on all of my social media platforms, and I post videos all the time and share with you guys, and I'm like, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel and everything, and I'm all polite about it, but I'm gonna lean on you a little bit today because I need your help. I need your help. I'm trying to bump up my subscribers to 1,000 so that I can get monetized. I've got over 200,000 views on my videos, but I need subscribers so that I can get monetized. And so, help your girl out. Take a little minute. I don't want to hear any excuses. Just go and just click the subscribe button, and just get some life from these videos and enjoy them, laugh with me, and just support me on my Dance Daily journey. Thank you so much. I really love you. I do. And I really, really would appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you for all the people that have actually already subscribed. I appreciate you so much. You know what I've been up to. And I've got so much more on deck. I've filmed so many videos that not bragging or anything. It's just like I'm super passionate about this thing, and I'm inspired, and I've learned so much since I've been sharing this with you guys, and I feel a responsibility to really give you all that I've got. And if the idea pops into my head, I'm gonna do it. And it, so I film, but it just takes a little longer to edit than I expect sometimes, especially if the videos are like an hour long or something. But I'm learning as I go along, and I'm super excited, and I post videos every week consistently, if not more than one. So there's fun to be had with me every week, and there's a little something in there for everybody. But thank you. I just wanted to make that very important announcement, and now let's get back to the progress report. Okay, so over the winter time, I was working heavily in production and on music as well, and I went through some challenges, and I think the winter time just naturally makes us all gain a little bit of weight. I was eating really good, clean and lean like I always do, but I still put on some weight, and it wasn't like a ton of weight, but when you're trying to lose fat and weight and gain muscle, you're gonna gain pounds because muscle weighs more than fat. So I was cool with the weight gain as far as like how many pounds, but I wasn't cool with the extra, bloating in my tummy and like the extra on my legs. Like I was strength training with an excellent trainer, Eddie Smith, and he's amazing. But if you look at him, he's freaking blowed. I mean, he is bowed out. So I feel like his technique was serving my body, building core strength and power at my core and my legs, and he helped me bring my booty back, and it was up there like pow, and I was like, yes, I got my booty back. So thank you, Eddie, for all that you have done to help me recreate my body on this journey of mine, the Re-Invention Tour. And I just love you, and I appreciate you. However, it became apparent to me that my body was like, hey girl, if you keep going at this pace, your butt and your legs are gonna take off. Yes, my inner girlfriend, she's got some sass and some attitude, and she has, I feel like she's one of my sister girls, so like, yeah, she comes through just like that, just like, hey girl, you know what I'm talking about? And so, but yeah, so she was telling me like, if you keep powerlifting and doing all these weights and stuff, not only is your, like shoulder injury that you healed a while ago, not liking it, but the way my body is framed, and the symmetry of my body, smaller up top, like I'm smaller breasted, and I've got hips and stuff, and I'm grateful that I have a butt, and then I'd have my butt back, but I just want to be mindful of creating a certain type of symmetry to where, you have like that little V shape going on. And I was an athlete growing up. I ran track. I played 11 years of softball, and my legs, they know how to pump out, so all the squatting and the weights and stuff, my legs were just like getting really big. So I was just like, let's change it up a little bit. So I'm working with a different trainer now, and we're not using any weights, and his name is Raphael, and like the archangel. I love it. And he just has a different approach, which for me at this part in my journey was a little bit more appropriate. And so I was able to take the strength that I built with Eddie and apply it to the techniques that Raphael has me working on, which we're using no weights. We're using like my body weight at times, but it's kind of hard to explain. I've been working with him now for about a month, and I'm already seeing amazing results. So back to the winter time. Yeah, so I was like really frustrated because I was like, what in the heck, you know, like I'm glad that my legs and my butt are like stronger, and even though my legs were a little bit bigger than I wanted them to be, I was happy for the progress. But my tummy, y'all, oh my God.
Hello. Why is it so hard to burn tummy fat?
I mean, sometimes it looks like I'm pregnant, and I'm not. I mean, I would like to be pregnant eventually. Lord have mercy.
Dream come true.
But like with this angle, like if my posture is not right, it can make me look like, you know, the camera, okay, the camera already adds 5 pounds, maybe 10. But like, you know, if I'm not standing up straight, it can look like I'm pregers. And I've actually had people in public be like, congratulations, when are you due? And I'm just like, oh God, I look forward to when I can say, thank you. But that's just not at that time for my life yet. You know, I've always been a little late doing things, so I'm a little late in the game when it comes to motherhood, but I'm just like, I understand that, you know, they're just witnessing my tummy poking out, and they think I'm pregnant, actually. It's kind of embarrassing. Actually, it's fucking frustrating. I don't understand why it's been so hard for me to burn this belly fat. You know, I don't know if you guys remember, a lot of you are new friends, but just a quick little update. I went through some health challenges in recent years, back to back to back. I mean, I thought I was freaking out of here, you guys, but thank God, Lord Jesus, you know, was like, no, girlfriend, you ain't going nowhere, you know. But it's just been a journey, and I'll tell y'all more about each one another video. But one of the things that happened after I healed myself was through one of the issues, I became anemic, and I suffered. I went to doctors, and they drew a lot of blood trying to test me and everything, and they took too much, and I went into a hemoglobin shock. So I was basically like moving around like a little turtle, really slow, because I just didn't have that much blood in my body. And, you know, I had to basically rebuild my blood supply. And I didn't do any blood transfusions. I almost did, because it was devastating. It was hard to really walk. I gained a lot of weight, you know, to me it was a lot of weight during that time. And, you know, coming from an athletic background and always being muscular and toned and being in total control of my physique, this was really scary for me, because at the time I was just grateful to be alive and have a new beginning in my life, and I was just on this journey of reinventing myself. But what had happened is I gained weight all over, and because I couldn't really move around, and it took months for me to rebuild my blood. And but also it wasn't just like I was bigger and thicker, it was my skin, I forget the technical term for it, but basically it was just really lumpy everywhere. Like I had lumps on my arms, down everywhere. I mean, you know, us ladies, sometimes we get like cellulite and kind of lumpies at our butt and everything, which is natural, you know. But like, and I did have a little bit of that just growing up that I dealt with here and there, but usually I was able to like tone it up because I was so athletic and active. But, you know, this was a whole nother level, and it was everywhere, like all over my skin, my stomach, my hips, my butt, my legs, all the way down on my calves was just lumpy, lumpy, lumpy skin. And it was it was heartbreaking for me to see my body look that way. And it wasn't an ego thing or anything. It was just like, oh my God, what is happening? You know, what has happened to me? So instead of just sitting around and crying about it, I just decided to get busy, and I thought, well, I got to start somewhere or else I'll be nowhere. So I started researching the skin and what happens, and you know, the fascia, basically the fascia, the tissues under the first layer, or the several first layers, basically they just kind of lumped up and stuff, and they needed massaging and kneading out, almost like dough. So I pursued a physical therapist that could help me work on that consistently by using a Theragun. It's, you know, non-invasive. It's just like a really intense power massage machine that like kind of pummels the skin a bit. And we've been doing that all over my body for probably about 2 years now. And I've come a really, really long way. Losing the weight was harder too, because being 47 years old, like, you know, I don't really think of myself as being 47 years old. I've never really thought about age like that, you know. But in training and trying to lose weight and actually get in shape and recover from an illness or something, you know, it became very apparent to me that my age had a lot to do with how hard it was to burn fat, how hard it was to regain my fitness levels. You know, and I had just rebuilt my blood supply, so I really had to wake up my muscles and learn how to breathe again in such a way that would oxygenate all of my cells, and I've just been really busy at work on that. So that's just a little background story, and you know, the tummy has been the hardest, because now we're like about 2 years in on this reinvention tour of my body, and I've been wearing waist trainers, as y'all probably noticed in all my videos. I wear waist trainers because, you know, it helps you burn more fat at that area, and it's a stubborn area, and it's so hard to like really get fat to really evict from your body. And I've been trying to approach this with being, you know, in a non-invasive way, because I'm really not all that big on like invasive surgeries unless it's like absolutely necessary. So not anything against anyone who does, but just for me, I really wanted to see if I could work it off myself. And I really, really have come a long way. So basically today, I'm not wearing a waist trainer. The progress is I don't really keep up with the pounds, so I don't know how much I weigh, but I feel great and I'm much more toned. I did lose the winter weight. I feel like every winter I'm just going to kind of expect to gain a few pounds, just because no matter how well I eat, no matter how much I exercise, I feel like naturally our bodies just kind of store more fat to help insulate us, to keep us warm, and that's a natural thing, and I'm just going to accept it and roll with it and just not let it get out of hand. But one of the bummers about losing weight, well, one of the good things about gaining weight was that my boobs got bigger. Honey child, let me just do a shout out to all the little titty girls out there. I mean, I've been small-breasted my whole life, so one of the awesome things about gaining weight was that I had some big old titties. Yes, you heard me, I said titties. And, you know, I did enjoy that. I really did. But one of the things that... Wait a minute. I did say titties. But, but yeah, so, one of the bummers about losing weight is that's kind of where you lose weight first. So gradually I've had to say goodbye to my big titties. Well, they were big to me. And just be like, okay, see you later, darlings. And just tone the area so that they're nice and perky and cute. And so, but that's been a thing. But I'm okay with that. Like, I love my small breasts. I always have. And, you know, that's just what nature gave me. And so I love that. But it was fun to have bigger ones for a while, I must admit. I'd be lying if I wasn't. So I don't have a waist trainer on right now, and I'm standing straight up. So as the boobies get a little smaller, you know, even if I'm losing weight and toning in other areas, the way it appears is kind of like, oh, I didn't really make that much progress on my belly. But I really, really have, because my boobs used to be like kind of out to here, and my stomach was like out to here, and so it's all just kind of shrinking down. I'm not currently vegan, but I do eat clean and lean, and I eat tuna and chicken, nothing fried. I have a separate video about how I eat. You're welcome to go check out. Well, it's not posted yet, but I'll post that too soon. But like, back to my tummy. I don't have a waist trainer on. I don't know if this angle's that flattering, but you can see that I still have a little ways to go. And I'm like, okay, but like, I feel good about it because like, so what, you know, progress is what it's all about. It's not about going from 0 to 60 overnight, you know, unless you do the plastic surgery thing, and you know, that's just not the route that I chose. But this is no waist trainer. I still feel like it doesn't really match with the rest of my body because, bam, that booty is still there. I have lost a little bit of it from just not doing as much heavy weight squatting and stuff, but I do no weight squatting. So I'm glad that it's there. It's saying, hey, how you doing? If you want to set a drink on me, it better be a shot, because we don't got that much room anymore for a champagne glass or a beer or anything like that. So my butt, I feel like my butt is back in the house, and it's getting more toned, and my skin all over. I'm not showing you guys my skin because I'm just not doing that yet, but maybe I will one day. But this is my tummy, and you can see the cat hairs all over my shirt because it's like practically unavoidable when, because my kitties, I pet them constantly, and I've been here with them this evening. But this shirt, I feel like, makes it look bigger, like, oh my God. But I'm not wearing a waist trainer. I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all my tummy. And this is without sucking it in. There's no way I would have felt comfortable sharing this with you guys a year ago because the skin was literally lumpy. And I really just, it was more poked out, and the waist trainer would suck it in. But I've made a lot of progress. No, I'm not gonna masturbate right now. But like, I just want to show y'all that you can kind of actually see the fat up underneath the skin lifting up and getting pulled up by all the core movements that I've been doing. I know that there's a 6-pack, a 8-pack, a 12-pack up under there somewhere. I just gotta get that little pillow off the top. Oh, Lord. I can just imagine what mommies go through after they have their babies and they gain, you know, whatever weight that they do. I'm sure it's hard to try to lose weight while you're also taking care of a newborn. So my love and compassion goes out to all of you ladies. So yeah, the other progress is I've got some interesting muscle tone popping. I don't know if the lighting, you can still see, like I used to have like lumps and fat up underneath my arm. Like I said, there was lots of lumps to deal with, but I finally have toned all of that up. And up under my arms, there's still a little bit of lumpies, but there's a lot of muscle going on too. I don't know if this lighting is really showing you guys that. Maybe I should tan. Oh, you can see a little tricep right there. But what I've noticed is that strengthening my neck and working to build my muscles around my shoulder injury situation that happened years ago, and the neck situation that happened for me, you know, having that car wreck when I was 18 years old. You know, I've just been building my muscles around my neck and shoulders to support my neck better, and that's been awesome. And I'm noticing just, you know, some of that power coming back, you know what I'm saying? Freaking, I got this, yo. You try to knock me down with some fucking anemia, I'm about to show your ass. I'm just so happy to be alive and be here, you know. My fears were telling me that I was out of here, and that's just it's just bullshit. But I did need more blood in my body. So I'm glad I got the more blood in my body, because we need that, you know. It's like a necessity. You can't live without it. Hello! And changed a lot of things that I was doing so that I would never be anemic again. And, you know, I feel great, you know. I dance every day, pretty much every single day of my life. And, you know, there's days I don't dance, you know, just because, you know, even I can't squeeze it in. And that's totally okay. But I have been so enjoying this journey of the Dance Daily for Life, sharing, because I was doing it, you know, I learned this from my mother growing up, and I've been doing it my whole life. But when I started sharing it with you guys, I felt more of a responsibility to, you know, educate myself further and challenge myself to give you guys not only fun content, but useful content that's valuable, that you could see like an example of someone working their way through, and, you know, all the peaks and valleys, all the different things we go through in life, and, you know, just figuring it out as we go along. And it wasn't about me being perfect and svelte, and, you know, it was about me being completely unperfect and exactly where I was, so that I could show you guys the process. And so at this point, there's been a lot of progress, and I'm excited that every single day I notice more progress. I have a lot of sensitivities to food. I've always been that way, but you know, gluten sensitivity, dairy sensitivity, just to name a couple. And so sometimes, even though I'm like vigilant about how I eat so that I don't get any of that stuff, sometimes there's like sneaky little ingredients that are hidden that don't even say they're dairy and don't even say they're gluten, and they're hidden in the food or the ingredients or whatever, and the next thing you know, my stomach is out to here again, you know. And it's if I didn't even make any progress because I'm so swollen, you know. And basically, when you have sensitivities like that, and there's a spectrum, you know, some people are so allergic that, you know, they might have to go to the hospital or something. You know, I'm grateful that I'm not that allergic, but what happens to me is that my tummy and my intestines actually swell. And because they're just like, hello, what are you trying to do to me? I can't digest this stuff. Like, you know, and they just swell because they're trying to create a splint for that freaking allergen to actually break it down and move it through and digest it for me. And it, you know, sometimes the swelling lasts like 3 days. So that is like mind-numbingly frustrating for me, because even though I would experience all this progress and see, you know, my most challenged area, my tummy, you know, start getting more toned and or decreasing in size, you know, I can eat one wrong thing, or there could be, you know, and sometimes I just fall weak and I'm like, I want some pizza, you know, not the gluten-free kind, the freaking, you know, Pizza Hut, give me all the juice and the grease and everything. And, you know, I just fall weak to it, and I'll have a piece and I'll regret the hell out of it, and I'll suffer for a few days because of it. And, you know, and then there's ice cream, you know. I freaking miss ice cream. And I can't tell you how hard it is to like not eat anything dairy, anything gluten, ever. So, you know, even though I've been allergic to them all my life, I just didn't know it. And when I was younger, my body was more able to like deal with it. I remember experiencing bloating even in high school after all those juicy lunch room rolls I used to eat. And remember those? But I used to always be so bloated. I'm like, but I was teeny tiny, I was an athlete, it wasn't that big of a deal. So, but in the now, whenever I fall weak to something like that, you know, I do pay the price. And it makes me feel defeated and like, oh, I haven't made any progress. But I have to kind of adjust my thinking and be like, hey, girlfriend, like, you ate the thing. And that's all it is, you know. Give yourself a break. Don't beat yourself up. We ain't got no time for that, you know. That's so last millennial or whatever. And so, you know, that's one of my frustrations. But I've been talking, you know, with some of my fitness friends and just people that are on a weight loss journey, and trainers as well that specialize in training people over 40. You know, it's very important not to do too much cardiovascular because we can throw our hormones off, and then we get super depleted and we can't even function, let alone work out. So, and the body will actually begin to store fat, and then you're really frustrated because you're like, man, I'm doing, you know, all this cardio. What in the hizzle is going on here? Because, you know, I'm just staying the same. There's no progress. And so that's another frustration, but it's also like a fun challenge to learn because, you know, I've been training myself and working out like since I was an adolescent, you know, because I've been involved with sports since I was in the 1st grade. And I started out playing t-ball, y'all. And but yeah, so like it's a fun challenge to learn about how your body responds to workouts and what you actually need, you know, in your 40s as opposed to in your 30s. So I was working out like I was 30, and you know, because you know, I don't even think about age. So, but I've learned so much about, you know, adjusting my workouts and my cardio levels and what I'm doing, you know, on the vitamin tip as well for being 40-something, you know, and it's really helped out a lot. And that way, you know, when I work out, it actually pumps my energy instead of like, you know, using it up, so to speak, and leaving me like drained. Because I did notice that happened when I was doing the vegan 3-month core fire challenge. You know, I was just like, I had it with my belly, and I was like, I'm firing this thing. You're fired. You know, you're no longer needed here. Get your shit and get the frizzle out of here. And and I did. I lost a bunch of weight, but I also lost my booty, and I lost my energy, and I was happy. I was freaking boinging off the charts as far as happiness goes, but like after that 3.5-month time period went by, and I was doing the 5-6 songs in a row every day, firing the core, you're fired. You know, just, you're fired. You know, we no longer need your services.
I was telling my belly, you are fired.
So I did. I got depleted, like, for overall energy throughout the day, you know, and I was like, is it because I went vegan, or is it because of I was doing too much cardio? And that's when I learned about, hey, girlfriend, when you're like over 40, you do not need to be blasting that much cardio every day. I did start eating meat again, not red meat, but just chicken and fish, and broiled baked, and no fried, no breading, none of that, and no saturated fats, as fresh as possible. So I may try to do this vegan thing again, because that might be like the next step because I balanced back out. I'm at a place now where I can feel myself building muscle. I don't know, I need to do like a photo shoot, a picture, like, you know, flexing or something so y'all can see. But I think that you can kind of see. For me, it's like my armpits. I know maybe that's not an area that most people care about, but I do because I had all this like fat and lumpiness going on everywhere, and it was really going on in my armpit, and I can see a lot of progress there, and you can really see the toning that's happening, and I love that. Look at that. Look at the, oh yeah. And then I've got some, you know, my chest muscles are coming out, and it's like it helps kind of perk up your breasts, and which is great, especially since I lost a little weight in them. I'm still working on that too. And then I don't know how, if I need to show you guys my shoulders, my back. If you can see, I'll do some more other pictures where you can kind of see better. It's kind of hard doing it selfie style. But for me, I don't really know how to flex it with that. But you can see, like, there's a nice V shape happening here. That hourglassy shape. And there's some strength going on in my shoulders. And so I feel like my neck is nice and supported, my neck is nice and healthy, and I can swing it all around again, you know, just, and feel confident and know that it's strong and supported. You know, I can't change the fact that I have a degenerating disc in my neck, which happened because I went through a windshield when I was 18 years old in this really bad car accident, which was a near-death experience, and I'm so grateful that I'm here to even talk about it. But, you know, I had severe whiplash or whatever, and I broke my nose. So I never got my nose fixed. Too chicken shit to do surgery. And I've always had a Greek nose, but like it's a little extra kind of going on because of that situation that I just never got fixed. But like my neck, like around age 44, when I went to see the chiro with the shoulder injury, he was like, I'm so glad that you came in here because, Missy, there's something going on with your neck. And I was like, oh my God. And he's like, it's okay, we can work it out, but it's gonna require some, you know, some effort. And, you know, I'm gonna need for you to be super mindful about your neck moving forward so that we can not only correct the issue, because at that point, my neck was kind of protruding forward, and we needed to get it back in proper posture. And so we were working on that together, and we did that. Dr. Vargas, I love you. I love my Dr. Vargas. He has completely rehabilitated my neck and shoulder. And because of that injury, that disappointment that happened, that turned into an opportunity, the shoulder injury actually helped me figure out that I had a neck situation and get to work on it so that I can empower myself with awesome posture and wellness for my neck. And that's why I take the time and the effort to build the muscles around my neck and shoulders and everything, so that it's a proactive approach to creating support for the neck, so that that little disc that is degenerated, it's not degenerated terribly. We caught it like at the beginning, but it's enough to where, you know, it's something to be concerned about, that we wanted to do preventative care for. So I was like all about like, let me strengthen things to support the neck so that it won't even, you know, have that pressure on it anymore. And that's actually exactly what I've been able to do with the help of Dr. Vargas and my massage therapists and exercise and not using, you know, weights in such a way that strained it. So, so that's the backstory on my neck. And so I've been through a lot, y'all. I've freaking been through hell and back. But that's why I've been hashtagging this process for years now as my Re-Invention Tour, because I literally have been reinventing myself from the inside out. I've you know, been doing a ton of inner work as well, healing my very soul. And from all the shit I went through, you know, being involved in the music industry for so long and just carrying all that heavy weight and all the disappointments and yucky stuff I went through. Yes, there were successes. Yes, there was glory. Yes, I love being an artist and a musician. But man, that industry beat me up. And that lifestyle, you know, it beat me up too. So it just makes me super, super happy to just, you know, go in the dance direction more, because when I was dancing in different times of my life, I was very prosperous. I was very happy. I was very healthy, you know, and during the times that I was going through these issues, like when my, you know, when I had the broken ankle and then the twisted ankle back to back, foot injuries in 1 year, and I was walking around, limping around like a pimp. You know, that's when my floor dancing style got developed, because that was really the only way I could really dance. And but when I had the anemia situation happen, I mean, my dancing was very slow. It was just like very basic arm movements. It was just, you know, and just any little movement like made me out of breath. So as soon as I felt good enough to really dance again, I started wherever I could. And I've just been so grateful to have dancing again in my life on the daily. It truly, truly has helped me reinvent myself, my body, my energy. It, you know, lifts my vibration energetically, which while I was doing all that deep soul inner work and clearing, lifting your vibration, you know, doing all that work will naturally lift your vibration, because you're clearing out so much of the muck from your timeline. You're clearing trauma. You're clearing past life stuff you don't need anymore. You're clearing self-sabotage, self-abuse crap that sometimes, you know, we inflict on ourselves, you know, mentally, because I was really hard on myself. And but I've changed all that, and I've learned so much. And my Re-Invention Tour has been very, very much about completely reinventing myself, not just changing my body, but, you know, shifting my soul and my energetic vibration to a level, I'm sweating, to a level where not only is there more peace and joy, but I just love myself so much more again, like more than I ever really have. Like, I feel like in this process that I've actually fallen in love with myself again. Like, and I feel like as I keep going along on this journey, it becomes more and more in depth. It's not an ego thingy that's like, oh, look at me, I'm freaking, it's not that at all. The only reason why I'm sharing all this with you guys is because I know that I'm not the only one that goes through struggles and has had health issues, and, you know, feels like in your 40s especially that you don't have as much control over your physique, you know. And I want to share my example with you so that, you know, I can mirror to you that, hey, you know, like, I can do stuff too. And, you know, it just takes time. You know, that's why you guys have seen me posting things for so many years now. It's not like an overnight or workout for 2 months and you're beach body ready kind of thing. It's a journey. It's a journey, and it's a journey that's well worth taking when the results and the progress is noticeable every single day in the way that you feel on the inside, in the way that you feel on the outside, the way that you look, the way that your body functions, the energy levels you have, the happiness factor that you can generate. And my favorite thing about the Dance Daily thing, well, one of my favorites, I do have a lot.
I have a lot of favorite things that I like about the Dance Daily.
And that's why, you know, I'm sharing it all with you guys, but is that, you know, generating your own happy factor, it's so free, like, and it doesn't really take that much time as far as just the happy factor, you know. And if you can generate and create the happy factor, you know, that can drive you through the discipline and the long journey, the long haul, you know, because you can feel the happy every day. And when you feel happy, you can do anything. So, yeah. And so that's my progress report. And I bought myself some swimsuits. I don't think I'm really that confident. I mean, I'm confident, but I don't know if I'm ready for a two-piece yet. I don't know, maybe I'm too critical of myself, but I might rock a two-piece. But I did get a couple of really cool one-pieces that I'm going to wear and actually go to the pool and feel confident that I have done a lot of work on my tissue and the lumpy skin situation and all that stuff, and just feel good about myself, and just feel like wherever I'm at right now, then that's what's up and that's what's beautiful, and I just love myself unconditionally. Gosh, I need to take my kitties for a bath because I feel like I'm breathing in their hairs. They're shedding. They're shedding a lot right now because that is freaking bizzle hot outside. And, but yeah. Sorry about that. But, yeah, like, I'm far from perfect. Please don't ever put those two words together, like that word in the same sentence with me, because I'm not that, and I'm not trying to like puff myself up or anything like that. I just want to share with you guys my journey and share my progress, because, you know, I have several lady friends that are dancing daily for life and or dancing when they can on a consistent basis, and I just want to give you a shout out, darlings. Like, I love you. Oh, I cheer you on.
Way to go, goddess.
Oh, that's too loud. Oh, technical difficulties.
Way to go, goddesses.
Way to go, goddesses. You know who you are. But I also, you know, we're all kind of having issues with our tummy. So, you know, I hope this encourages you that no matter where you're at in your path, to just, you know that any progress is good progress, and just keep going. You know, just keep going. Oh, these lights have me sweating. But yeah, that's my progress report. Okay, let's get a little back view of the selfie. These mirrors don't always like show you everything, and I'm wearing black, but you can kind of see. There's that booty. You can kind of see my arm muscles and stuff. So that's my progress report for June Tizzle 2019. You know, yeah. So dancing daily for life, it will help you lose weight. It's not a weight loss gimmicky kind of like, oh, like if you dance like for a few months you're gonna like lose like 100 pounds. You know, I'm not saying that's not possible, but that's not what I'm teaching. I'm teaching that weight loss is a byproduct. It is something that will naturally happen if you're dancing every day. But mostly, if you can generate that happy vibe and lift your vibration, not only will you be happier, but your happy will spill out onto the rest of the world and everything that you do. And, you know, we need that from you. So even if you would rather jog or take walks in nature or run or, you know, do other types of things that are going to generate, like, you know, trigger the physiology science behind dancing, then please, by all means, do so. You know, find your own way to, like, make this concept work for you, but get something in, a little something in every day, and you just watch how much better you're gonna feel, and then report back to me with a progress report. Oh, I'm just kidding. You don't have to. I would just be happy knowing that you're doing it for yourself. Because guess what? We are worth it. We are so lovingly made. And when life beats us up and beats us down, you know, it's nice to know that we can turn it all around. I did not mean to rhyme right there. And I'm so grateful to be exactly where I'm at right now. And so hopefully next time I do a progress report, we might not see the tummy out there like that again anymore. We'll see. But until then, I'm gonna love myself unconditionally, try not to be too overly critical, and just take it one dance step at a time, honey child. You know what I'm talking about. Bam. It's like that. Love you.
Excuse me, but why have you not subscribed to my YouTube channel yet? What are you waiting for? It's free.
Oh my God.
Hello. Why is it so hard to burn tummy fat? Well, to all the little titty girls out there, I mean, I've been small-breasted my whole life, so one of the awesome things about gaining weight was that I had some big old titties.